Welcome back, everybody. I don't know how long this one's going to be. We're going to be talking about 6 books. Yeah, we're talking books this time. And she's actually one of my newer favorite authors. I don't know how well this is going to work, but we're going to do our best. This is J.R. Mason. She actually doesn't live that far from me. Um, she wrote two of my favorite trilogies and two books that my wife actually appreciated. Um, do, 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 do. See, it's all her. Now, let's visit the two books that my wife read that I have not. Um, you'll see why I didn't write these. Um, Confessions of a Sane Single Woman, Book One. Basically, these are her two nonfiction books. Girl Meets Boy. Boy wants to release live crickets in her house to entertain her cat. Apparently these are all stories that she's dealt with. And then Soulmate Setbacks Confessions 2. Um, those are the two that my wife read. Apparently she's gotten quite a few awards over these. Yeah. Again, these are the two that I haven't read or listened to. We'll get into that soon enough, though. And now we got a psychological thriller series: Stolen Pieces, Stolen Pieces 2, Stolen Pieces 3. What's a detective to do when she's caught in the crosshairs of a revenge killer who takes joy in stealing pieces of people? This actually um, takes place in my own city here. Um, Believe it or not, there's no graphic violence, no vivid descriptions of domestic violence. However, the book does reference sexual assault, mentions the domestic violence, strong language, child related trauma, uh, bold body dismemberment, and sexual situations, extramarital affairs. That's just book one. But yes, apparently this killer is hunting down Detective Claudia Martinez um, calls, listening to her calls and hunting down the people that are um, perpetrating domestic violence on people. This is just book one, and I really love this book. I I met the author in town here. I live. Most of you know I live. At least the ones that know me. I live just outside the city of Pittsburgh, and she had a little booth set up at the street fair, and she was selling 5 books, two confessions and two of this, or and three of the Stolen Pieces books. This is where I met her. I talked to her a little bit. I actually thought she was cool. She signed all 5 books. And yeah, it was just really cool. Um, but yeah, a lot of the places that um, body parts are showing up, I recognize. I really loved this book. Um, there's an audiobook available. I'm listening to it now, actually. Well, not now, but while I'm at work. Stolen Pieces 2. I do not own the audiobook to this one yet. Mostly because I own the hard copy. I will own, we'll get to that later. Is the Peacekeeper still watching? This is the sequel. I'm trying to do spoiler free reviews here. I want you people to read these books. Um, I It basically picks up a few months from where the first one left off, a few weeks, something I don't remember exactly. Without giving too much away from the first book, this is possibly this is Stolen Pieces 2, Grave Misconduct. Um, Shockwaves are still following the tragic murder of a Pittsburgh Violent Crimes Unit detective. Um, and How do I word this without giving anything away? It's There's a possible copycat out there that picked up where the last killer left off. And again, content warning. I call it the trigger warning. It's actually in the beginning of all three books. Um, and then Hidden Darkness is the third book, not a standalone must read in order. Trust me, you're going to want to read all three of these books. They are spectacular, they are very entertaining, and I'm telling you all straight up, very difficult to put down. You can order them right here off of jrcreative.com. How to Kill. How to Kill is her third. You had Confession, Stolen Pieces. This is her third series. And the first book is How to Kill Your Neighbors and Get Away with It. If you could kill your neighbors and get away with it, would you? This one, I really liked it a lot. It feels like she's writing from her point of view. Again, we're going to not, I'm going to give as little away as possible. I like spoiler free reviews. Um, Meet Your Obnoxious entitled neighbor, Linda Cresswell. What a bitch. All right, this series I do not own on hard copy yet. I have Audible, and this one I think is the shortest of the three books, but it was so good. I listened to it in a day, but then again, I drive a truck for a living, so it's not that difficult. And basically, it starts out with the author, with the main character, uh, just hating on her neighbors, and it was just so good. She's got a boyfriend, you know. There's the cover. It's written and performed by J.R. Mason. Doo-doo-doo. The second book of this one, after the first one, she had to get a job. And again, if you could kill your coworkers and get away with it, would you? Let's do the math. One incompetent colleague, an entire department that wants her dead. So who done it? And again, it just she puts a little more of herself into this character. Um, I ain't giving anything away. I'm really trying not to. But yeah, she now has an office job being a creative, writing up ads and copy for an advertising agency, I guess. Though it can be read as a standalone, it'll make way more sense when read after How to Kill Your Neighbor. There's your there's the cover of your book, and then the last one. Do do do. Have to see if we're still recording. Um, How to Kill Your Readers and Get Away with It. What would drive authors to want to kill their own readers? Book three in the How to Kill Quick Reads series. They are quick reads, really, and I love them. I loved all three of them, and eventually I will get around to owning all three of them because I need them in my collection. Um, the main character in this, I do believe, is Reina, but I do believe the character is based off of um, the author. Authors are supposed to entertain their readers, not hunt them. But after years of spoilers posted on release days, entitled DMs, and fans who believe that constructive criticism means sending hostile rants to our Gmail at 3 a.m., we thriller authors have decided it's time to plot a different kind of ending where not every reader will make it to the final chapter. This book was just so good. This one's a little bit longer than the other two. It says here coming soon. I already have the audio and I've already listened to it. But yeah, the Stolen Pieces trilogy and the How to Kill trilogy. I loved all six books. And How to Kill, Stolen Pieces, Confessions. My wife actually recommends the Confessions books. Um, let's do this. There we are. Hey, um, I highly recommend all six books because they're just so well written, and this girl just has so much talent. Um, that let's do this. Go back here. There we go. That is where you can buy the books. She asks us not to buy them off of Amazon, but to buy them off of her own website. Because then she gets most of the money. Um, because she self publishes, she's just an independent author. And like I said, I highly recommend all of her books. At least the six that I read, but my wife recommends the other two. She's also listened to all three of the How to Kill books. She's just, I love her books and they're great. And I hope you all will read them and help out a struggling independent author. And honestly, that's all I've got for today. And I hope to see you in the next one. And I hope you don't mind that I did books this time. Have a good one.